Good afternoon, it's Monday, August 10. I'm Mai Rodriguez for your midday report. We'll be giving you the story shaping the nation at this hour. In the headlines, the Office of Civil Defense reports 12 fatalities due to the incessant rains from the enhanced habagat. Malacañang orders work-from-home arrangements in government offices and schools in Metro Manila and 15 provinces because of the inclement weather. Meralco announces lower electricity rates this month. And Eala moves to the Cincinnati Open after losing to Belinda Bencic in Toronto. The Office of Civil Defense reports 12 fatalities in the aftermath of heavy rains brought about by the southwest monsoon and previous tropical cyclones. Ivy Reyes is reporting live from Malacañang. Hi, Ivy. I understand si President Bongbong Marcos led today a situation briefing dahil dito sa malakas na habagat. Ano ang latest?
Yes, the overall casualty from the combined impact of the southwest monsoon and typhoons Luis and Mai is now at 12, according to the latest data of the Office of Civil Defense as of 10 in the morning. 8 individuals remain missing and 11 more are injured. These numbers are from Regions 1, the Cordillera Administrative Region, and Calabarzon. According to the OCD, the reported cause of death from these regions include landslide, rockslide, electrocution, and drowning. At Mai, over 384,500 families are now affected by continuous rainfall this week, which equates to about 1.3 million individuals. 16,000 of these families are in over 600 evacuation centers open nationwide, while 11,000 more families are being assisted outside of evacuation centers. Mai Pag-asa also took note of the volume of rainfall that Baguio City recorded at 1,413 millimeters of rain from August 1 to 9, which is higher than the average count for August, which is only 963. Meanwhile, as flooding headlines the past week, flood control projects resurface, and both the Public Works Department and the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, say the flood mitigation projects of the government have been effective, as seen in some crucial areas around the metro, like Padre Faura. We also asked what most Filipinos have been asking: where are we in the implementation of flood control projects found to be substandard or ghost in the past year? And Secretary Vince Dizon said Kalumpit, Bulacan is now continuing these projects, but as for other parts of Bulacan, where most of these ghost projects were found, such as in Hagonoy, Dizon said projects in areas under probe are temporarily on hold. The president is closely monitoring the situation with a situation briefing held this morning inside the palace, and all agencies are directed to assist affected local governments and disburse cash and food packs assistance coming from the Social Welfare Department. While climate is one to blame for this rainfall, Secretary Dizon also notes that the government has a lot to do about the flooding problem of the country, as more projects outside the metro are bound for implementation this year. Mai.
Ivy, on other matters, has the president spoken about his son and particularly what he said, itong si Majority Floor Leader Sandro Marcos, what he said in a media interview, kasi malaking balita rin ito.
Yes, may natanong yan kanina sa situation briefing, and while the president did not name which sitting official, which among the 3 officials that faced him before the 2022 elections faced him and demanded that they get to assign the highest posts in the government, including the executive secretary, the Senate president, and the House Speaker, he did say that he raised his kids well and that Congressman Sandro would not lie. Meanwhile, the Presidential Communications Office also stated their opinion, and they said the demands of the camp of the Dutertes may mean a lot of things, and some of these include wanting to control the president or completely replacing him. Mai.
Ivy, what about si Attorney Esrelito Torion? May reaksyon ba ang Malacañang?
About the camp of Israelito Torion and Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, ang sabi ng Malacañang, they will announce where the administration stands on the extradition request for the pastor. But we have a standing treaty with the United States which enables the possibility of extraditing the pastor despite the criminal charges already filed against him in our local courts. Right now, that's all the updates I have here at the Palace. Mai.
Thank you, Ivy Reyes, live from Malacañang. Malacañang orders work-from-home arrangements today in government offices in Metro Manila and 15 provinces due to incessant rains. Public and private schools in the same areas were also allowed to implement alternative learning modes. Government agencies involved in the delivery of basic health services, as well as disaster response and other vital services, were ordered to continue operations. Local chief executives in other areas may also order localized cancellation or suspension of classes and government offices depending on the condition in their areas of jurisdiction. Floods in Metro Manila have subsided following the incessant rains overnight. However, the rains may not be over for long. According to Pag-asa, the Weather Bureau says we may have rains in Metro Manila and western sections of Luzon all week. Micah Razon is on the phone for more. Go ahead, Micah.
This morning, the heavy rains brought by the southwest monsoon or habagat have already subsided. However, according to the MMDA, they remain on standby. The agency said that the flooding reported across Metro Manila this morning has already subsided. But in case the rains intensify again, personnel have been deployed in 17 local government units to assist the clearing and cleaning drainage systems if needed. So far, the MMDA has not reported or monitored any flooding along Metro Manila's national highways. They are also continuing to monitor the Marikina River. Back to you, Mai.
Micah, kamusta naman yung mga pumping stations? Gumagana ba lahat?
Mai, although according to the MMDA, all of their pumping stations are working, nagkakaroon lang ng konting aberya sa mga basura na naiipon dito, na sabi nila ay agad naman daw nalilinis. Sabi rin ni MMDA Chairman Don Artes ay meron na silang karagdagang mobile pumps para sa baha. Pakinggan natin ang kanyang pakala.
Micah, may plano ba ang MMDA? Dahil ang sabi nga ng Pag-asa, baka buong linggo maulan pa rin dito sa Metro Manila.
Sabi ni MMDA Chairman Don Artes kanina sa briefing nila sa Malacañang, meron na silang mga mobile pumps na dinadeploy. Sa katunayan nga ay meron na silang na-deploy sa Marikina at isa sa Manila at maglalagay daw sila sa Magallanes.
Maraming salamat, Micah Razon, reporting. Residents of Cainta in Rizal experienced waist-high floods after a creek overflowed due to the monsoon rains. Joining us via Zoom is Charmaine Abong. Charmaine, kumusta ang sitwasyon dyan?
May nandito tayo ngayon sa Vista Verde Village dito sa Barangay San Isidro, Cainta, Rizal, kung saan abot tuhod hanggang bewang na baha ang nararanasan dito. Ito'y dulot ng pag-apaw ng creek dito sa lugar na ayon sa mga residente ay kadalasan nilang nararanasan tuwing malakas ang ulan. Pero hanggang ngayon ay pahirap pa rin ito sa mga residente kaya naman kanya-kanyang diskarte na lang sila dito para makatawid sa tubig baha. Tulad ni Nanay Ami Grospe na sinubukan protektahan ng paa pero pinasok pa rin ng tubig baha. Narito ang kanyang pahayag.
Gawin sa amin hanggang hita. Ang hirap, pero pag yung kasi, hindi ako lumulusong. Kaya lang wala na kami stock sa loob.
Samantala mayroong mga truck naman dito na nagtatawid ng mga residente. Ang iba naman ay kanya-kanyang bitbit ng gamit at yung iba ay nagtutulungan sa pagtutulak ng tricycle o kaya yung kanilang mga bisikleta. At yung iba naman ay sumasakay ng bangka, makatawid lang dito sa baha. Kabilang dito si Kuya Andro Tarayo na gumamit ng bangka para maisakay ang mga residenteng kinailangang tumawid. Aniya may ilang taong nag-aalok ng bayad para makatawid pero hindi nila ito tinatanggap dahil ang layunin nila ay makatulong sa mga kapwa residente.
Hindi po namin tinatanggap kasi ayaw po ni Sir na magpabayad.
Kumbaga tulong lang po talaga to.
Opo, ma'am.
Tapos, kuya, magkano mga binabayad po sa inyo?
Minsan sandaan po, 50. Opo, pero di po namin tinatanggap.
Okay, sige.
May sa mga oras na ito ay tumila na ang ulan dito at sumilip na rin itong araw dito sa Barangay San Isidro. Patuloy namang pinag-iingat ang mga residente habang hinihintay ang paghupa ng baha at pagbuti ng lagay ng panahon. May.
Halos taon-taon kasi bumabaha dyan sa maraming lugar dyan sa Cainta. So ano daw ang itinuturong dahilan?
May ayon sa mga nakausap nating residente, kapag umaapaw na daw itong creek dito malapit sa Vista Verde Avenue, ay naghahanda na sila dahil inaasahan nila na aapaw na itong creek at magkakaroon na nga ng baha dito. Alam din nila na catch basin itong lugar nila, kaya ang pag-apaw ng creek dito ay dulot daw nitong tubig na bumababa mula doon sa Antipolo. Kapag yun nga, malakas ang ulan.
Maraming salamat, Charmaine Abong, live from Cainta in Rizal. Police are ramping up rescue and evacuation efforts as heavy rains continue to affect many parts of the country. Let's hear more from Laid Cabagani, who's on the line. Laid, ano ang latest? Laid? All right, we'll try to get back to Laid Cabagani for more on the latest over there. Meanwhile, 4 people are dead following a landslide in Gisad Surong in Baguio City. Authorities continue their search and rescue operations for 6 more people who are believed to be trapped under the debris. Alex Asalil is reporting from Baguio City. Alex, kamusta ang sitwasyon dyan?
Yes, may pagiging at tuloy-tuloy ang rescue operation kung saan 3 ang nailigtas ng buhay, 4 ang nasawi, habang 6 pa ang patuloy na hinahanap matapos ang landslide sa Riverside Gisad Surong, Baguio City kagabi. Sa Facebook Live ni Soriano kagabi, may kita kung paano natrap sa lugar ang ilang residente kasama ang kanilang mga pamilya habang halos wala ng madaanan sa apektadong bahagi. Ayon sa Baguio City Police Office, umabot sa 13 ang kabuoang bilang ng mga individual na naapektuhan mula ngayong tanghali. 7 na ang nahugot mula sa guho. 3 ang nailigtas at dinala sa ospital para sa medical observation habang 4 ang idineklarang patay. Kabilang sa mga nasawi ang 29 gulang na bata, 17 gulang na estudyante at 56 anyos na lalaki. Kabilang naman sa 6 na nawawala ang mga batang 3 at 8 taong gulang. Patuloy ang search, rescue, and retrieval operation sa kabila ng pabugso-bugsong ulan sa lungsod. Samantala, 20 pamilya ang nabigyan ng agarang ayuda ng City Social Welfare and Development Office kabilang ang food packs, family kits, kumot, hygiene kits at mga damit. 2 evacuation center ang binuksan sa Gisad Barangay Hall at Baguio International Academy. May community kitchen at psychological first aid team para sa mga evacuee habang nakatakda ring ibigay ang financial assistance sa mga apektadong pamilya. May?
Alex, landslide prone ba yung lugar dyan at wala bang ginawang preemptive evacuation bago pa nagkaroon ng landslide dahil malakas yung ulan nitong weekend?
Yes, may alam naman natin buong Baguio City ay prone sa landslide, lalo na yung mga matatarik na bahaging lugar gaya dito sa Gisad Surong kung saan dahil nasa tuloy-tuloy na pag-ulan, lumambot itong lupa. At pagdating naman dun sa preemptive evacuation, ayon kay Micah Soriano na isa sa mga apektadong residente, mayroon naman daw paunang ginawang evacuation. Pero doon sa kanilang lugar o doon mismo sa landslide area sa may bandang Procdos, may mga naiwang residente at mga pamilya na napakarami na nakita natin doon sa Facebook Live. Mai?
Thank you, Alex Asalil, reporting to us from Baguio City. Let's go back to Laid Cabagani. Police are ramping up rescue and evacuation efforts as heavy rains are affecting many parts of the country. Laid, what's the latest?
The PNP has deployed more than 3,300 personnel to areas affected by the combined effects of tropical cyclones Luis and Mai and the enhanced southwest monsoon. PNP spokesperson Police Colonel Alan Reyco says these personnel are currently focused on search and rescue, relief, clearing, and evacuation operations. So far, the PNP has rescued 50 people, including 35 in Region 1, 6 in Region 3, 1 in Calabarzon, and 1 in the Calderella region. The PNP also recorded 34 casualties on the ground, including 15 deaths,
13 injured and 6 missing amid the inclement weather. Cause stressed that these figures are still subject to validation by the Office of the Civil Defense. Despite the widespread flooding and landslides, the PNP remains on normal alert.
Lade,
Normal alert lang tayo, so heightened a little but normal alert lang po tayo. Titignan po natin kung kinakailangan na titignan po ng leadership ng Philippine National Police, especially ng Directorate for Operations, kung kailangan po natin itaas ang alert level. Sa ngayon po, walang nakikitang pangailangan ng Philippine National Police para itaas po ang ating alert level.
The police also urge residents in landslide-prone areas to follow evacuation orders, saying that property can be replaced but lives cannot. Mai?
Lade, yung PNP, nireport nila na walang police stations na nag-sustain ng damage so far. Pero what about our police personnel? Kamusta sila? At mayroon bang mga casualties na nai-report?
Yes, Mai. Actually, the PNP also honored a police officer who died while trying to save 2 civilians na nilunod ng strong river currents. Pero unfortunately, the 2 civilian survived, but unfortunately, the police officer was later found dead. The PNP said benefits for the deceased officer's family are now being processed. Mai?
Lade, kamusta yung PNP in terms of how they're securing the homes, dahil iniwan ito ng mga evacuees?
Sabi ng PNP, tuloy-tuloy yung kanilang regular patrols, particularly dun sa mga residential areas na kung saan yung yung mga pamilya ay temporarily naka-evacuate. Sabi naman nila, no looting incidents have been reported so far. Also, nag-urge din ang PNP sa publiko na i-prioritize muna yung safety and follow yung mga LGU advisories. Mai?
Thank you, Lade Kabagani reporting. Let's get the latest on the weather. BNC resident meteorologist Benison Estareja joins us via Zoom. Benison, gaano pa katagal itong ulan?
May nakikita natin for the rest of this week, we're seeing na magpapatuloy pa rin itong epekto ng habagat. Sa ngayon, enhanced po ito dahil meron tayong mga weather disturbances na nakapalibot po sa ating bansa. At kabilang na dyan, si Tropical Storm Pelu, international name po ito, dito sa may Pacific Ocean with around 2,765 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon. So hindi naman po ito papasok na far. And actually itong mga susunod po na oras, meron pa rin tayong rainfall warnings. So for Metro Manila, bahagi ng Rizal, Bulacan, Pampanga, Zambales, Bataan, and Cavite, meron tayong orange warning, meaning intense rains ang aasahan pa rin po sa susunod na 2 oras. Whereas meron naman tayong yellow rainfall warning over bahagi ng Benguet, La Union, Pangasinan, sa may western Tarlac, northern Pampanga, ganyan na natitirang bahagi pa ng Bulacan, bahagi pa ng Batangas, Cavite, Rizal, hanggang sa may Occidental Mindoro and Calamian Islands, meron tayong yellow warning or heavy rains naman within the next 2 hours.
Benison, gaano daw kadami yung ulan na bumagsak nitong weekend dahil sa habagat? May data na ba yung Pag-asa? Especially in terms of how it compares to past monsoon seasons. Kasi parang napakadaming ulan itong the past few days.
Yes, Mai, kung makikita natin, for the last 48 hours, sa Baguio City nakapagtala tayo ng 525.4 millimeters. Ito lamang ay sa loob ng 2 araw nga na malakas yung habagat dun sa may areas ngayon. So umabot na siya sa around 50% nung kabuang rainfall na expected natin for the month of August. Habang meron tayong 391 millimeters naman na naitala for this last weekend sa may Indang, Cavite, at 342 millimeters naman sa may Iba, Zambales. Habang sa Metro Manila, we're still verifying, pero umaabot na rin sa halos 100% ng mga pag-ulan natin for the month of August, yung naitala natin pag-ulan, simula po nung nag-start po ang August kung saan meron tayong habagat.
Ang dami, no? Tsaka ang ano pa dyan, hindi talaga tumitigil, especially nung Sabado, no? Hindi tumigil ang ulan. Ngayon, di ba, itong si Typhoon Dolphin, nagpalakas din siya ng habagat. Aside from Dolphin, mayroon pang 2 bagyo sa labas ng PAR na hinihila rin itong southwest monsoon. Paki-explain nga sa atin kung ano ang interaction nitong mga to sa habagat.
Yes, malaking impluwensya kasi ng pagkakaroon ng mga weather disturbances kagaya nga nitong si Typhoon Dolphin. Si Typhoon Dolphin, nung time na siya tumatawid dito sa may southern Japan at saka sa may East China Sea this weekend, at siya ay nananatiling na sa typhoon category. So hinahatak niya talaga yung hangin na nagmumula pa dito sa may Indian Ocean. So pinupush niya yung moist na hangin dito sa may Indian Ocean, papunta dito sa may Indochina, sa may Southeast Asia, hanggang dito sa may West Philippine Sea. So imagine yung dami ng moisture na yun na pumapasok papunta dito sa Pilipinas, at yung una na i-expose ay yung mga nasa western side nga, itong mga nasa parting Zambales, Bataan, Occidental Mindoro, plus itong Ilocos Region and Benguet. Kaya as a result, kapag maraming moisture, maraming ulap, so magkukos yan ng napakaraming ulan, at inaggravate din ito ng mga weather disturbances kagaya nito si Bagyong Peilu at yung isa pang si Bagyong Chanhom na mas malayo pa sa ating kalupaan, kaya parang nag-a-adapt yung kanilang enhancement.
Tapos ayon sa Pag-asa, Benison, maulan pa buong linggo, at mayroong ding namumuong 2 pang bagyo dyan sa Western Pacific. LPA pa lang sila ngayon, pero paano kaya tayo maghahanda? Kasi hanggang Friday ba ang ulan?
Yes, base sa ating extended outlook, we're seeing na meron pa rin mga pag-ulan po tayo. Bagamat nasuportahan na rin ito ng ating administrator na pagsapit ng Wednesday ay hihina na ng bahagya yung ating habagat. Bagamat nandyan pa rin po siya. Yung mga pag-ulan natin, in terms of intensity, mas kakaunti na. At yung in terms of frequency, hindi na ganun kadalas as compared nito mga naramdaman natin itong simula Friday hanggang ngayong araw.
Maraming salamat, BNC resident meteorologist Benison Estareja. Up next, Meralco announces lower electricity rates for the month of August. Stay tuned for more details and news after the break. Keep it here on Midday Report. You're back on Midday Report. The rains may have stopped for now in Metro Manila and nearby provinces, but floods have not subsided in some areas like in Bacoor, Cavite. Many roads remain flooded while dozens of families continue to stay in evacuation centers. Kumuha tayo ng detalye kay Isaiah Mirafuentes live from Bacoor in Cavite. Isaiah, kamusta dyan?
Mahigit sa 3 oras nang hindi tayo nakararanas ng ulan dito sa Cavite. Pero dito kung nasaan ako sa may Barangay Nyog, Bacoor, Cavite City o Bacoor City, Cavite, makikita natin man sa likuran ko, mataas pa rin ang level ng tubig baha at marami pa rin ang mga pamilya ang mga nasa evacuation center. Simula pa noong Sabado, hindi pa rin humuhupa ang baha dito sa Bacoor, Cavite. Ayon sa mga residente na nakausap ko, umabot sa hanggang baywang tubig hanggang kahapon. Pero sa ngayon naman ay bumababa na raw ito. Nila, hindi naman daw madalas na bumabaha dito sa kanilang lugar. Sadyang malalakas lang raw kasi ang dalang ulan ng habagat kaya mabilis na umangat ang tubig baha. Ayon sa pamunuan ng barangay, bahagyang naging pahirapan pa ang rescue operation at kinailangan pa nilang isakay sa bangka ang kanilang mga residente. Sa Nyog Elementary School, aabot sa 45 families katumbas ng 172 na individual ang pansamantalang naka-evacuate dahil sa pinasok na ng tubig ang kanilang bahay. May papakita ko saglit itong likodan ko. No? Mataas mga yung level ng baha at mangilan-ngilang sasakyan pa lang yung may kakayahan na makatawid dito sa kalsadang ito dahil hanggang doon sa bahagi ng Aguinaldo Highway ay mataas pa rin ang level ng tubig baha. Ayon may sa mga residenteng nakausap ko kanina, sakali naman raw na magtuloy-tuloy nang bumaba ang tubig ngayong araw ay posible raw na bumalik na sila sa kanilang mga bahay. Ang problema lang daw kasi Mai ay wala raw silang second floor kaya kung magkaroon ng baha agad sa kanilang lugar ay kinakailangan agad nilang tumakbo sa mga evacuation center. Mai.
Isaiah, kamusta naman ang relief operations dyan? Lalo na marami pa ring pamilya yung nasa evacuation centers, ano?
May ayon dito mismo sa pamunuan ng Barangay Nyog dito nga sa Bacoor, no, ang sinasabi nila nakahanda ang kanilang mga relief goods, pati partikular na dyan yung mga pagkain. Mula raw yan sa lokal na pamahalaan ng Bacoor, yung kanilang breakfast, even yung lunch hanggang dinner ay provided naman daw ng barangay. At sinasabi rin nila sa atin, sinisigura rin nila May na bago bumalik itong mga residente nga sa kanilang mga bahay ay maayos na at tuyot na yung mga kalsada. Mai.
Alright, mag-iingat kayo dyan. Maraming salamat, Isaiah Mirafuentes, live from Bacoor in Cavite. Hundreds of passengers and rolling cargoes remain stranded at 20 ports due to trip cancellations caused by the strong southwest monsoon or habagat. Flashed on your screens are some of the ports currently affected. As of 6 a.m. today, 472 passengers, truck drivers and cargo helpers, along with 86 rolling cargoes are stuck. The affected ports include Batangas, Lucena, Real, Romblon, Pasacao, Hagnaya, Poro, and Alegria. Meanwhile, 24 vessels, 531 motor bangkas, and 3 tugboats are taking shelter. The Philippine Ports Authority reminds passengers to check with their shipping lines before heading to the ports. Bulacan Governor Daniel Fernando reveals that the local government was unaware of DPWH flood control projects in the province. On BNC's memo, Governor Fernando said he had already issued an executive order requiring the DPWH to submit full project listings and secure clearances with the local government.
Yun po ayos sa investigation nila, pero kaya nga po pinatawag namin ng DPWH para malaman namin. Ano po, kasi hindi nga po kami na-inform tungkol dyan sa mga proyektong yan. Hindi po sila nag-report tungkol sa proyekto ng flood control na yan. Ano po. Kaya nga po sinabi ko noon na wala akong alam kasi hindi po sila nag-report. Ibig sabihin noon, hindi po sila nag-report sa amin na may mga project palang ganyan. Ang pagkakasabi lang nila ay, yung tinanong ko, ito ba yung magiging may budget ba ulit ang flood control? Sabi nila wala raw magiging budget ang flood control. Ito taong ito nga po, 2026. Yun nga po. Yun na lang po na budgetan na at mga project nandiyan ang nandiyan ang tatapusin nila.
Meanwhile, several areas in Bulacan continue to experience knee-deep flooding due to persistent rains. Kumuha tayo ng detalye kay John Riz Calata live mula sa Bukawe, Bulacan. John Riz, go ahead.
May bunsod pa rin ng pag-ulan dulot ng habagat ay nakararanas pa rin ng pagbaha ang ilang lugar dito sa Bulacan, partikular na dito sa Bukawe. Dito sa Barangay Lolomboy, Bukawe, Bulacan, dito sa aking kinatatayuan ay ankle deep ang level ng baha. Pero kung susuong ka pa doon sa bandang dulo o sa mas liblib na bahagi ng Barangay Lolomboy ay aabot hanggang bewang, minsan ay aabot pa hanggang dibdib ang tubig baha, habang abot hanggang tuhod din ang baha sa Barangay Bambang. Sa buong bayan ng Bukawe, papalo na sa mahigit 400 families o mahigit 1,400 individuals ang inilikas sa 13 evacuation centers. Kaya naman patuloy ang pag-alalay ng Bukawe Local Government Units sa mga residenteng apektado ng pagbaha.
Una po, lagi namang nakahanda ang MDRMO. Yung mga sasakyan namin ay sinisigurado namin na talagang operated lahat. Lalo na yung Marawi namin, Sa mga affected families po, kahapon katuwang po namin ng MSWD para po magbigay ng mga hygiene kit. Katulad, sila po naman ay nagbibigay ng mga canned goods na pwede pong maging unang ng mga taong nag-evacuate po.
Kasabay ng paglikas, bitbit din ng mga residente ang kanilang panawagan sa pamahalaan dahil sa taon-taong kalbaryo ng pagbaha na kanilang nararanasan.
Ang hiling po namin yung maayos yung lugar namin, saka yung tirahan namin po, yung bahay namin tagilid na, kaya po kami lumikas.
Katuwang ng municipal government sa pag-alalay sa mga apektadong residente ang Philippine National Police, Bureau of Fire Protection at Rural Health Units. Bukod sa Bukawe, binahari ng mga bayan ng Giginto, May Kawayan, Marilao, Balagtas, Hagonoy, Bustos at Bulacan. May bagamat umapaw ang tubig sa Bustos Dam kagabi, nilinaw ng Bukawe DRRMO na hindi sila direktang maapektuhan ng ganap na pag-apaw ng Bustos Dam. Mai?
John Riz, mukhang tumila ng bahagya yung ulan dyan, ano? Pero nakahanda ba ang LGU kung sakaling umulan ulit ng malakas? Kasi ang sabi nga ng Pag-asa, mukhang buong linggo ay magiging maulan.
Yes, Mai, mukhang tama nga ang sinabi ng Bukawe Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office dahil sinabi nila na inaasahan nila na 1 week pang magtatagal ang pag-ulan. At kaya naman kasabay ng pag-ulan ay inaasahan din nila yung pagtaas ng level ng tubig dito sa ilang lugar sa Bukawe, lalo na sa mga low-lying areas. Kaya naman isang linggo ang pinaghandaan nila na pagbibigay ng relief goods at sinisiguro din daw nila na operating yung kanilang mga rescue vehicles. Gayon din, ngayon namimigay na rin sila ng relief goods kagaya ng hygiene kits at yung mga pwedeng masuot ng mga evacuees sa ating mga evacuation centers. Mai?
Maraming salamat, John Riz Calata. Nag-uulat mula Bukawe, Bulacan. Mag-iingat kayo dyan, John Riz. Authorities are keeping a close eye on the Marikina River as the water level has reached second alarm. Let's get the latest from Joan Manalo live in Marikina. Joan, what's the situation there?
As of 1:30 p.m. today, the rains have stopped pouring here in Marikina City, but particularly here in Barangay Santo Niño, where I am currently standing. Earlier at around 12:30 p.m., the rain began to pour but has since stopped. However, strong winds continue to be felt here in the area. Now, with the fluctuating rainfall, the Marikina River's water level has now risen to 16.2 meters following its 16-meter recorded water level since 8 a.m. today. With that, the river is still at second alarm level, but Marikina residents are advised to evacuate to designated evacuation centers. And despite the elevated water level, there has been no reported flooding in the city since yesterday evening. That is according to some residents and barangay officials. Barangay Santo Niño volunteer Shay Josef told us earlier that around 600 evacuees are currently staying at evacuation centers in Barangay Malanday and Santo Niño as preemptive evacuations were carried out.
Ayaw po nilang dumating tayo sa punto na mataas na yung tubig, saka lang po tayo aalis. Mas okay po na panatag po sila, lalo na po yung mga bago pong silang, mga seniors po. Sila po yung una-una pong nililikas ng pamilya para po hindi na po mahirap. Kawawa po yung mga matatanda at yung bata pagka po inaabutan ng baha.
Josef adds that food packs and drinking water are also being distributed to the evacuees. And she also said that barangay officials, with the help of the Marikina local government, remain on standby and are actively monitoring the water level of the Marikina River. This is to ensure that residents can be immediately advised should forced evacuation become necessary if the water level reaches the third alarm.
Naka-alert po yung mga, lalo na po yung nasa tabing ilog, nagmo-monitor po sila, nagmo-monitor po tayo para kung tumaas man po, sana po wag nang tumaas yung tubig para sa paglikas po.
Some residents, especially those residing in low-lying areas, also chose to stay in evacuation centers as a precaution. Meanwhile, the Marikina City government has suspended face-to-face and online classes at all levels, both in public and private schools today. The city government said the suspension is a precautionary measure to ensure the safety of their students, teachers, and school personnel. And earlier, Marikina City Mayor Maan Teodoro also visited some of the evacuation centers here in Marikina, particularly the evacuation center in Malanday Elementary School, to provide relief and assistance as well as food packs to the evacuees. And that's the latest from Marikina City. Back to you, Maya.
Joan, stay dry and stay safe. Thank you. Joan Manalo, live from Marikina. Households will pay slightly less for electricity this month, but other charges will limit the savings. Che Sulit is on the phone to break down the numbers. Che, go ahead.
That's right, Mai. Meralco customers will see lower electricity rates this August, but higher pass-through charges wiped out most of the benefits from the previously reported refund. The net reduction stands at only 4.28 centavos per kilowatt hour, equivalent to savings of about 9 pesos for a household consuming 200 kilowatt hours. The additional refund, ordered by the Energy Regulatory Commission or ERC, takes effect this month. It forms part of the 9.51 billion peso refund for distribution charges over-recovered from January to December 2025. The new refund will be implemented over 6 months and will appear on electricity bills as AWAT refund/collect. However, most of the refund's benefit was offset by higher transmission, ancillary service, tax, and other charges. Meralco said the biggest increase came from ancillary service charges from the reserve market. This bill component is charged by the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, which procures power reserves to keep electricity supply and demand balanced. Reserve market costs jumped by nearly 30%, but Meralco said it is still waiting for more information from the NGCP on what caused the increase. Beginning this August, the ancillary service charge will also appear as a separate line item on electricity bills. Meralco clarified that this is not a new or additional charge. Payments go to generators that provide reserve power to the grid. Meanwhile, about 98,000 customers lost power due to heavy rains yesterday. The number has since dropped to 38,000. Meralco aims to restore service to the remaining affected customers by midnight, provided floodwaters subside and conditions are safe for repair crews. The distribution utility also reminded the public to stay away from submerged power lines and other electrical facilities. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Che Sulit, reporting. The central bank is recognizing partners that support its policy work as the country navigates key economic challenges. Remus Macasero joins us on the line for the details. Remus, go ahead.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas officially opened its 2026 Outstanding BSP Stakeholders Appreciation Ceremony at the BSP Assembly Hall this morning. The event recognized institutions that continuously support the central bank's statistical undertaking, information requirements, and advocacy programs. BSP Deputy Governor Bernadette Romulo Puyat, who also serves as the chairperson of the Committee on Outstanding BSP Stakeholders, officially kicked off the program with her opening message. This was immediately followed by an audiovisual representation showcasing recent Philippine economic highlights. The report cited a first-quarter GDP growth rate of 2.8% as of May 7, while inflation settled at 6.4% as of June. On the financial front, domestic liquidity, or the money circulating in the economy, lagged at 12.8% year-on-year growth rate as of May. Bank lending also remained robust, posting a 12.1% year-on-year growth rate. This continues to strengthen, driven by sustained credit demand from both businesses and households. Meanwhile, the country's dollar buffer remained secure. As June ended, the gross international reserves, or GIR, remained adequate at $104.8 billion. This provides sufficient foreign currency to meet the country's import needs and service external debt obligations. On the currency front, the foreign exchange closed this June at 61 pesos and 36 centavos per $1. The peso moved down by 4.2% year-to-date, weighed down by geopolitical tensions and volatile oil prices. Amid these economic conditions, BSP Governor and Monetary Board Chairman Eala Jr. took the stage to deliver the keynote address. The Bangko Sentral culminated the morning's program with the official presentation of the 2026 outstanding BSP stakeholders. The BSP continues to highlight that strong alliances with the private and public sectors remain critical in navigating the country's ongoing economic progress. Mai?
Thank you, Remus Macasero reporting. Coming up, a high-profile crime boss is now facing charges in Ireland after being extradited from Dubai. More world news plus the latest in sports after the break. Stay tuned. Iran says it will keep control of the Strait of Hormuz until its demands are accepted. Iran's military says the move is meant to pressure its opponents, who are now focusing on reopening the key waterway. Iran restricted safe passage through the strait after joint U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iranian territory. Iran and Oman have been negotiating a new route to allow safe maritime traffic through the strait. In Ireland, prosecutors have charged suspected crime boss Daniel Kinahan with directing a criminal organization. He was extradited from Dubai and flown to Ireland on Sunday. He was arrested in April after having lived openly in the emirate for about a decade. He's said to be the leader of the Kinahan cartel, which the U.S. described as a major transnational criminal organization operating across Europe. He's one of the most high-profile figures sought for prosecution over transnational organized crime. The 49-year-old Kinahan is due to appear in court again on October 5. Alex Ayala's magical run across Washington and Toronto has come to an end. The Filipina star bowed to former world number 4 Belinda Bencic in straight sets early this morning. Mark Patriarca has the story.
Alex Ayala's 7-match winning streak came to an end as Belinda Bencic defeated the Filipina 6-4, 6-love in the round of 16 of the National Bank Open in Toronto. The world number 14 and former world number 4 showed her experience when the first set reached 4-all. Bencic won the next 2 games to take the set and then completely took control in the second. Eala struggled to find her first serve and had difficulty responding to Bencic's consistent pressure from the baseline. The defeat came after a demanding 2 weeks for Eala. The Filipina had just won her maiden WTA 500 title at the Mubadala DC Open in Washington before making the quick transition to Toronto. She then needed 3 sets to get past Alicia Parks and Katie McNally in her first 2 matches of the tournament. Eala also appeared to be dealing with the effects of a right ankle injury she sustained against McNally as she occasionally needed to nurse the area during the match. Despite the loss, Eala's Toronto run added another deep WTA 1000 finish to a breakthrough season. The loss marks Eala's first defeat of the North American hardcourt swing after her title run in Washington and her 7-match winning streak. Bencic advances to the quarterfinals where she will face American Coco Gauff as she chases a second Canadian Open title. Eala will now turn her attention to the WTA 1000 Cincinnati Open, which runs from August 13 to 23. Mark Patriarca, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
World number 1 Yannick Sinner is facing another setback in his preparations for the U.S. Open. After pulling out of the Canadian Open, the 24-year-old Italian has also withdrawn from the Cincinnati Open due to an injury in his right knee. This further depletes the field in Cincinnati, with reigning U.S. champion Carlos Alcaraz also sidelined by a wrist injury. The Cincinnati Open starts August 13, while the U.S. Open begins August 30th. Strong Group Athletics will rely on both NBA experience and Filipino pride as it begins its bid for a third straight William Jones Cup title. For Boban Marjanovic and Remy Martin, representing the Philippines means putting the team above everything else. Zeus Valdez reports.
As Strong Group Athletics continues its preparations for the 2026 William Jones Cup, two of its biggest additions are already buying into the team-first culture. Former NBA veteran Boban Marjanovic said he isn't concerned about his individual role, adding that his job is to follow the system set by head coach Charles Tew.
I know what coach say. This what kind of role I'll take it. You know, like coach is the main guy here, and it's every team, not just here. And we need to be team. What coach have on his mind, we're supposed to get done. Sometimes really not easy, but we are team and we're supposed to handle this together. Nothing easy in this sport, nothing easy to win something, nothing easy to compare, nothing easy to go every night and play like the best you can. But this is your job and you need to do best to be best person yourself. Sometimes like you have headache, stomach problem, tired, but you need to get ready for the game.
Marjanovic added that winning requires sacrifice, saying players must be ready to compete regardless of fatigue or other challenges. Joining him is Filipino-American guard Remy Martin, who said his decision to play for Strong Group came at the perfect time in his career. Martin believes the opportunity to represent the Philippines while chasing a historic third straight Jones Cup title made the decision an easy one.
I think it was just perfect timing. I think like Coach Charles and SGA, we've talked at a perfect time in my career, especially in the Filipino uniform. And I think we have a good team, and I'm just here to show people that I care and I love playing and I love representing.
With Marjanovic bringing NBA experience and Martin fulfilling a long-time dream of representing the Philippines, Strong Group Athletics hope its combination of talent, experience, and chemistry will be enough to complete a historic three-peat at the William Jones Cup. Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Zendaya is having a blockbuster year, emerging as the highest-grossing actor of 2026. Her movies have so far raked in more than $2.3 billion worldwide this year. Spider-Man Brand New Day leads the pack, earning around $1.18 billion and hitting the billion-dollar mark in just 7 days. She also stars in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which has surpassed $1 billion globally. At an estimated $40 million net worth, Zendaya is proving she's already a Hollywood heavyweight before even turning 30. Taylor Swift songs are reportedly being removed from social media videos posted by Donald Trump's campaign and the White House. The Trump camp used two of her tracks on TikTok over the past week, despite the pop star's previous endorsement of Kamala Harris. Taylor has also been a frequent target of Trump's criticism, including his infamous "I hate Taylor Swift" remark. Several artists, including Sabrina Carpenter and Ariana Grande, have called on the administration not to use their music. Taylor's songs have appeared in other Trump-related posts in recent months, including videos featuring the president as well as the White House events. Neither side immediately responded to requests for comment on the reported removals. And that's the Midday Report. I'm Mai Rodriguez. I'll see you again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Stay informed, stay dry, and stay safe.